It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Kah Elohim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Rakah Chodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Rule well, being a great example to the younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this edifying lesson. And we're going to get straight into it. Because the individual came before we started camp one Thursday, I think. Or it might have been Saturday. A few, probably last week or the week before. Something like that. And he was asking about the book of Jasher. Asking what we think about the book of Jasher, because I'm guessing Jake go into all these other different books. At the end of the day, it don't matter. I just found a little information, and I don't have a book of Jasher, so I can't fact check it. But the little information I found was off, man. And that's why we don't go into all these weird ass books, man. Because all we need is the scriptures. So let's get this other precept. All we need is the scriptures. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 10. It reads, the preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth. And ultimately the scriptures. These are those true words, these different books that are compiled and put into the Bible, man. You know, it say the words of the wise are as God's golds, and as nails fastened by a master of assemblies. I guess that's how you say it. Assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. Verse 12, and further, by these, my son, be admonished of making of many books. There is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh. You know, so all these books and all these different things that Esau done brought out, the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, all that shit off, man. All you need is the Bible when it comes to salvation, man. Is it a such thing as though different book of this and maybe? But we don't have that. All we have is the scriptures, man. And the reason we say the book of Jasher and the book of Enoch off because it don't go with the Holy Bible, man. It's off, man. And let's go into how it's off real quick. And then we're gonna close that. So I went and I was just looking up book of Jasher compared to the Bible or something like that. And this is what I found. Some Christians, I guess, did some research. But it say just a comment, uh just a comment for your consideration. Jasher chapter 81. Here is an exact about Pharaoh. It say, and the Lord manifested, and basically, well, we just gonna read it. It say, and the Lord manifested to the children of Israel his. Now this supposed to be in the book of Jasher, man. So listen up. It say, and the Lord manifested to the children of Israel his wonders in the in Egypt and in the sea by the hand of Moses and Aaron. And when the children of Israel had entered the sea, the Egyptians came after them, and the waters of the sea resumed upon them, and they all sank in the water, and not one man was left excepting Pharaoh. So basically, they saying in the book of Jasher that Pharaoh survived the flood, man. I mean, survived being overthrown, um, overthrown in the destruction of Egypt. It say we gonna go to it and prove that this how we why we don't deal with this book. This one little thing, hey, we can just stop right there, man. Where I was. It say who gave thanks to the Lord. So the Pharaoh lived and gave thanks to the Lord and believed in him. Oh, so a Hamite can believe now. A Hamite believe in the Lord now. No, man. This book is off, man. And believed in him. Therefore, the Lord did not cause him to perish at the time of the Egyptians. Oh, so the Pharaoh escaped, but all the rest of the Egyptians perished. This nigga was the ruler. Why he ain't perished and some of the other, Egyptians escaped? At the time of the Egyptians, and the Lord ordered an angel to take him from amongst the Egyptians, who cast him upon the land of Nineveh, and he reigned over it for a long time. This is some straight bullshit, man. That is nowhere in the scriptures. And basically all they did was quote it what happened in the book of Genesis. That's all they did was quote what happened in the book of Genesis. But these guys, this book is off, man. Well, they got the precept. This Psalms 136 and verse 15, it reads, "But overthrew Pharaoh and his host in the Red Sea, for for his for his mercy endureth forever." And that's what the Lord did. And I ain't gonna go no more into it. That's just a quick point. You can go to this. I don't even know what page this is, but you can go to. That was a quick cut. Christian gave a quick cut. Because we know that not to be true. The Lord destroyed Pharaoh and his armies, man. You know, and that's a good precept right there. But overthrew Pharaoh and his hosts in the Red Sea, for his mercy endureth forever. Yeah, to the nation of Israel, not to everybody. Not to the Hamites and the Egyptians and all these other fucking heathens, man. Oh, we're gonna go to it real quick. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14. I'm gonna get straight to the point. In verse I start at 21. It say, "And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the Lord, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses and all his chariots and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning, which the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through a pillar of a fire, and the Lord and a cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that 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 they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee, from the face of Israel, and the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their horses, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. Okay, so that precept. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep going because I'm finna say that precept that they put was perfect, because this don't speak about what happened to the Pharaoh. But we know, that the Pharaoh got drowned up, man. Him and his army. And saying Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength. When the morning appeared, the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came unto the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the were waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus the Lord Yahweh saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashores. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord Yahweh did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. So that precept that they gave was the perfect precept, proving that hey, the Lord destroyed the Pharaoh, man. I think that was Psalms 130 something, 139 or 136. This Psalms 136 and verse 13. It say to him which divideth the Red Sea into parts, for his mercy endureth forever, and made Israel to pass through the midst of it, for his mercy endureth forever. But overthrew Pharaoh and his host. So he overthrew Pharaoh and his host in the Red Sea, for his mercy endureth forever. To him which leadeth his people through the wilderness, for his mercy endureth forever. To him which smote great kings, and Pharaoh was a great king, for his mercy endureth forever. And slew famous kings, for his mercy endureth forever. Yeah, so hey, Egypt was the world power at that time, man. The Egyptians at that time, they was the world power, and the Lord brought them down, man. But that's pretty much the point, and that's why we don't go into the book of Jasher, man. You know, and that's all. That's just right there where I stopped. I ain't try to find no more really. But that was a good point. Just prove that hey, the book off. It's off. It's an off book, man. All we need is the scriptures. And we not here for to beat nobody over the head to get you to understand that if you want to read the book of Jasher and do all that, hey, be my guest, man. But when destruction and anguish come upon these people, man, it's gonna be on them. Because we plant the seed, we put the word out there through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, and it's up to the Lord to choose who He wants and take up out of darkness, man. Because if you following after the book of Jasher, still reading in the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, all these other books, you bugged the fuck out, man. You watching every count. You really bugged out, man, and you don't even understand that you bugged out, man. But the Lord, the Lord finna show these people that ain't the right way, man. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick or choose, man. You gonna be down with with 100% truth, or you gonna be a gumbo Israelite, man? But that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, rule web, and great example to the young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessing to the whole elect. Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abba, Shalom.